let's talk about the rookie, Omarion Hampton at
Yep.
17, behind Derrick Henry. I think some people would find that a little polarizing because if you just played the game that some people like to play that we've talked about, oh, but would you trade the 105 for Derrick Henry? Which I don't even know if Omarion Hampton would be the 105. We have him at 4, I think, in our rookie rankings right now, single QB. That's a fair point, I guess, but at this stage, we don't know landing spots. We know that he's been a super producer in college. So I'm fine with this ranking, even though you could make the argument that we should have him ahead of Derrick Henry just from a pure value standpoint, but from a production standpoint, obviously Derrick Henry's the answer, and I think he's got a year or two left with the Ravens where he's going to be super productive. So any thoughts? What are your thoughts on this tier?
Yeah, so I'll talk about Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina. If you want to hear our full thoughts, go check out some of the latest of our mock drafts and rookie ranking videos. We talk a lot about how much we love him and just thinking about, all right, his talent level is very noticeable, very desirable prospect profile for the NFL. Seems to have a round 2 draft grade as of right now, ish, based on current projections. So we look at round 2, and I just start saying, all right, who needs a running back, and where would this make sense? Because right now I'm not in the business of trying to figure out what every single team is going to do. So right now, my process is I'm going to see where are these realistic landing spots, and how would I treat that? And I look at teams like Cleveland at pick 38 in the second round, Dallas pick 45 in the second round, even San Francisco. I know they got a couple of guys already, but again, we talked about listening to the front office and what they're saying. If San Francisco at pick 46 said, you know what, nah, like these two guys aren't bell cows. Omarion Hampton could be a bell cow, and they take him in the second round as their Christian McCaffrey replacement, easily a top 20 dynasty outlook at that point. And so where I stand is there are a good amount of teams that need a running back who's going to get a bulk load of the touches, or at least have a 50-50 share and earn their right to push for more touches. There's plenty of teams that need this. So you got to think, if teams are smart, Hampton and Genty are going to land on 2 teams where they're going to be getting touches year 1. And if you look at Keep Trade Cut, if you look at our dynasty rankings when we get a little bit lower, there's a lot of backs in a lot worse situations that are in the top 30. Zach Charbonnet on Keep Trade Cut is 22 RB. I think that's preposterous.
Oh, it's absolutely preposterous.
He's not a starting running back in his own offense.
Because, when Kenneth Walker comes back, he's a backup again.
Trey Benson is near the top 30, and he's had like 2 games of 10 carries in his career.
And James Conner just got a contract extension.
And he's had 22 fantasy points per game in the 3 games since he signed his contract extension. That boy is juiced up to be playing for the Arizona Cardinals. So the landscape of the RB is scary. And as of right now, I'm projecting Omarion Hampton to go to a good spot where he's going to get touches. Should that not happen, I will move him down. But for right now, I think by profile, he deserves to be a top 20 guy.